Welcome to session 2 of Unit 3 in learning the course Design and Analysis of Algorithms. In this session, we are going to discuss about an application of dynamic programming, which is nothing but multi-stage graphs. In our previous session, we discussed about the general method of dynamic programming, which is nothing but in dynamic programming, the problem is divided into subproblems. Those subproblems are dependent of each other. These subproblems are solved and solutions are tabulated. And in further processing, if you find any subproblem, so you can take the solutions from that table. So this is the general method of dynamic programming. Now here we are going to see the first application, what we are going to solve using dynamic programming, which is nothing but multi-stage graphs. Let us see the objectives of this session. Coming to the main objectives of this session, to understand what is multi-stage graph and to solve the multi-stage graph application by following dynamic programming. The learning outcomes of this session are, by listening this session, one can understand what is multi-stage graph and what is multi-stage graph problem, and able to follow dynamic programming strategy to develop algorithms for solving multi-stage graph application. The topics that we are going to discuss in this session are what is multi-stage graph, what is a problem statement, and what the algorithm that we are following, and finally solving an example problem or an example application. Coming to what is multi-stage graph. What is multi-stage graph? Let us see the definition. A multi-stage graph G is equal to V comma E is a directed graph where vertices are partitioned into K. Here the K is greater than 1 number of disjoint subsets. S is equal to S1, S2, so on, Sk, such that edge U, V is in E and then U belongs to Si and V belongs to Si plus 1 for some subsets in the partition. So simply I will explain you what is the definition for multi-stage graph. Here G is given graph, V is the set of vertices and E is the set of edges. Here G is a directed graph. Here we are given G, a directed graph. In that directed graph, V is set of vertices and E is set of edges. Now in this graph, the set of vertices V is divided into K subsets. Here the set of vertices V is divided into K subsets. Those K subsets are disjoint subsets. I hope you all know what is a disjoint set. What are the disjoint sets? Two sets are said to be disjoint sets if there are no any common elements in those two sets. That is, if their intersection is an empty set, then we can call those two sets as disjoint sets. Here the set V, here we are taking the set V, vertex set, is divided into K subsets. Those K subsets are disjoint sets. Here I represented those K subsets as S1, S2, so on, Sk. Here the vertex set V is divided into K subsets. What are those K subsets? S1, S2, so on, Sk. Okay, such that, so how we are dividing them into subsets? Here, those subsets should follow this condition. What is that condition means? Edge U comma V is in E. Here we are considering one edge from the set of edges. Here, U, V is an edge which is selected from set of edges E. Now, then U is present in one set, one subset which is nothing but Si. V is present in another subset Si plus 1. This simply means that for an edge there are two vertices. One vertex should be present in one subset and another vertex should be present in another subset. Like that, we need to divide the given set of vertices into some number of disjoint subsets. Okay, so this type of graph, where this type of graph is present, is called as multi-stage graph. The type of graph is called as multi-stage graph. Let us see an example for that. A simple example here I am giving. Here I have a vertex 1. Here I have another vertex 2. Here I have another vertex 3. Here I am representing this is a graph. This is a graph. Here, what is V? V is equal to 1, 2, 3. What is E? E is equal to 1, 2, 1, 3. Here, the set of vertices are 1, 2, 3 and set of edges are 1, 2 and 1, 3. Now, here I am saying that this graph is multi-stage graph. So, how I am saying this graph is multi-stage graph? Here, I can divide this into two subsets. The first subset is S1, which contains the vertex 1, and the second subset is S2, which contains the vertices 2, 3. Which contains the vertices 2, 3. Let us observe here, is there any edge that connecting the vertices of the same subset? Is there any edge that connects the vertices of same subset? No. So here there is no edge between 2 and 3. Here if you consider any edge from the E, 1, 2, if you observe 1, 2, the edge 1, 2, 1 is present in one subset and 2 is present in another subset. In the same way, if you observe the edge 1, 3, 1 is present in one subset and 3 is present in another subset. So that's why I am calling this graph as a multi-stage graph. So here multi-stage, how we are saying it is multi-stage? This contains two stages. In the first stage we have one vertex, in the second stage we have two vertices. So that's why we are calling this graph as multi-stage graph. And one more thing, if you ended up this graph with like this, if you ended up this graph with like this, how many stages are there in the graph? This graph contains 3 stages. In the first stage, we have a vertex 1. In the second stage, we have 2 vertices, 2, 3. In the third stage, we have 1 vertex, which is nothing but 4. One more condition is there in multi-stage graphs, which is nothing but the starting vertex and ending vertices, the starting vertex and ending vertex. That is, the starting stage and the ending stage contains only one vertex. Here you can see, this is the starting vertex and this is the ending vertex. Here, this stage contains only one vertex and this stage also contains only one vertex. Like that we need to represent. Here, I hope you all understood what is multi-stage graph. A multi-stage graph, G is equal to V comma E, is a directed graph in which the set of vertices is divided into k number of disjoint subsets. And if you consider any edge in that graph, one vertex of that edge is present in one subset and other vertex of that edge is present in other subset. And one more thing is, there is only one vertex in the starting stage as well as there is only one vertex in the ending stage. And also the vertex which is present in the starting stage is called as source and the vertex which is present in the ending stage is called as sink. Here, the vertex which is present in the starting stage is called as source and the vertex which is present in the ending stage is called as sink. Here in this graph, what is source? Source is 1. Here in this graph, what is sink? Sink is 4. The starting vertex is 1. So that's why it is called as source. The ending vertex is 4. That's why it is called as sink. Right. Next, here this gives one more example for multi-stage graph. Here you can observe in this graph, here how many stages are there? Here there are 4 stages are there. This is stage 1, this is stage 2, this is stage 3 and this is stage 4. This is stage 4. Stage 1 contains 1 vertex, stage 2 contains 3 vertices, stage 3 contains 2 vertices and stage 4 contains 1 vertex. Stage 4 contains 1 vertex. And here S is called as source vertex and T is called as sink. T is called as sink. And if you observe the edges, Here this is a directed graph, and if you observe the edges, if you observe this edge, one vertex is present in this stage and other vertex is present in this stage. And if you observe any of the edges, if you observe this edge, one vertex is present in this stage and other vertex is present in this stage. That is, this graph is divided into 4 disjoint subsets. Here, the first subset S1 is equal to, what is the first subset S1? S. And the second subset S2 is equal to A, B, C. And third subset S3 is equal to D, E. And fourth subset S4 is equal to T. Here it can be divided into 4 disjoint subsets. Since it is satisfying all the properties, we can say that this graph is a multi-stage graph. So it is having, I already represented here, it is having 4 stages. Stage 1 contains the nodes S, stage 2 contains the nodes A, B, C, stage 3 contains the nodes D, E, and stage 4 contains the nodes T. Here S is called as source vertex and T is called as sink. Right? Now next. Now what is the problem of multi-stage graphs? What is problem statement? Here what the problem statement that we are going to solve in this session. Let us see. G is usually assumed to be a weight graph. Here you have given a weight graph. In this graph, cost of an edge I comma j is represented by Cij. Here the weight assigned to an edge I comma j can be represented as Cij. Hence, the cost of path from source S to sink T is the sum of costs of each edges in this path. Here, what is the source? The starting vertex is source and the ending vertex is sink. Now, what is the cost of path from source S to sink T? Here, we are going to find a path from source S to sink T. Source S to sink T. What is the cost of that path? Is nothing but the sum of costs of each edges in the path. Suppose this path contains some 4 or 5 edges. Now here this is having some cost C1, C2, and this is having cost C3, and this is having cost C4, and this is having cost C5. Then the cost of this path becomes C1 plus C2 plus C3 plus C4 plus C5. Okay, now here the multi-stage graph problem is finding the path with minimum cost from source to sink. Here there are so many paths from source to sink. So here this may be another path which contains some number of edges. This may be another path which contains some number of edges. Okay, now if you find the costs of all these paths which is having minimum cost. Here our problem is we need to find the path from source to sink in the given graph which is having minimum cost. That is our problem. Now here what is the problem statement of multi-stage graphs? We are given a weight directed graph and we also given the weights of each edge. The weights or costs assigned to each edge. Now, what is the multi-stage graph problem? The problem is to find the minimum cost path from source vertex to sink. The minimum cost path from source to sink. Right. Coming to the time complexity of multi-stage graphs, the multi-stage graphs problem can be solved in the time big O of n square. This can be solved with the time big O of n square. Right. What is the algorithm that we are following for solving this multi-stage graphs? Here you can see the algorithm. Algorithm multi-stage graph NKP. Here what is N? N is the number of vertices or N is the last vertex in the graph. Here, if your graph starts with the vertex number 1, in that case, N is considered as number of vertices. If your graph starts with the vertex named 0, then N is the last vertex in the graph. K is number of stages and P is minimum cost path that should be found. Now first initially cost of n is equal to 0.0. We are going to initialize the cost of n. Here n is the last vertex. What the name of last vertex? That we are going to that name. In the place of n, we are going to take that name. For j is equal to n minus 1 to 1. If your graph starts with the vertex 0, you need to consider n minus 1 to 0. Or if your graph starts with 1, in that case you need to represent n minus 1 to 1. Right. R is any vertex in the next stage such that j comma r is an edge of G. Here we are considering an edge j comma r. So here first we are selecting one j value. So for that j value we are considering one edge which is nothing but j comma R. So here what is R? R is any vertex in the next stage. Any vertex in the next stage such that there is an edge JR in the given graph. And now I am going to find cost of J. Cost of J is equal to minimum of C of JR plus cost of R. Here this is weight assigned to the edge J comma R. C of JR means weight assigned to the edge JR, and cost of R means cost of reaching the vertex R. R is any vertex. Cost of reaching that vertex is represented with R, and D of J is equal to R. Here D of J is equal to R, and here this D value is used in finding the path. Now after that P of 1 is equal to 1. Now I am going to find the path. P is the path from source to sink. P of 1 is equal to 1. If your graph starts with 0, P of 0 is equal to 0 we have to take. And P of k is equal to n. So if your graph starts with 0, in that case P of k minus 1 is equal to n. You need to take P of k minus 1 is equal to n. Now for j is equal to 2 to k minus 1. Or 1 to k minus 1. If your graph starts with 0, in that case you need to take 1 to k minus 1. Now P of j is equal to D of P of j minus 1. So by this we can find the path. Here we are using this D of value to find the path. So by analyzing this algorithm, we can find the path from source to sink in any multi-stage graph. Let us see the example of solving this problem. Here I given a graph, a multi-stage graph, and the costs of traveling from one vertex to other vertex is also given. Here my graph starts with 0. The vertex number is, or the vertex name is 0. Since my graph starts with 0 vertex, I consider the 0 vertex inclusion in the algorithm what I represented. Now here we solve this problem by tabulating the values. Here I am going to tabulate the values like this. Okay, now here the first row is vertex. Here we have the vertices 0 to 7, and the second represent cost. Now what is the cost of those vertices? We need to find the cost of those vertices. And the D values. In the algorithm, we are finding the D values. Those D values are represented here. And this is the path. What the path that we are following to reach from source to sink in the given multi-stage graph. Now, how to find all these values? I will explain you how to find all these values and how to tabulate these values. Now, let us see here. For this graph, cost of n is equal to 0.0. Since my graph starts with 0, I take the last vertex as the n. So what I need to take? Cost of 7 is equal to 0. Cost of 7 is equal to 0. Then for j is equal to n minus 1 to 1. But since my graph starts with 0, I need to represent j is equal to n minus 1 to 0. N minus 1 to 0. That is j is equal to n minus 1. Here my graph contains how many number of vertices? 8 vertices. We need to represent n minus 1 means the last vertices. That is, m means here we are taking the last vertex. So m minus 1. 7 minus 1 means 6. 6 to 0. J is equal to 6 to 0. What we need to do? We need to find the cast values. Let us see the cast values. Now, what is J is equal to? First we are taking J value as 6. First we are taking J value as 6. Now, what is cast of J? What is cast of J? Cast of J is equal to minimum of cast C of JR. What is J? J is 6. Here, since J value is 6, I taken C of 6 comma R. What is R? R is any vertex in the next stage. R is any vertex in the next stage. Here, 6 is present in this stage. What is the vertex in the next stage? 7 is the vertex in the next stage. So here, R becomes 7. So, C of 6 comma 7 plus cast of 7. Since only one vertex is there, we will get only one value. So here this is equal to minimum of cast of 6, 7. What is cast of 6, 7? 2 plus cast of 7 is 0. So which becomes 2. Here I found the value of cast of 6 as 2. Now in the same way, now let us take J is equal to 5. What is cast of 5? What is cast of 5? Cast of 5 is equal to minimum of cast C of 5 comma 7. Here the J value is 5 and the vertex which is present in the next stage is 7. So we need to take 5 to 7 plus cast of 7. Cast of 7. This is equal to minimum of cast of 5, 7. What is cast of 5, 7? 13 plus 0, which is nothing but 13. Here I find the cast values as cast of 7 is 0, cast of 6 is 2 and cast of 5 is 13. Let us see those values. Here cast of 7 is 0, cast of 6 is 2 and cast of 5 is 13. Cast of 5 is 13. Now let us see the next values. How we are going to calculate the next values. Cast of 4, cast of 2 and other things. Now let us see. Cast of 4. What is cast of 4? Minimum of C of 4 comma 7 plus cast of 7. This is equal to minimum of, what is C 4, 7? 18. 18 plus cast of 7, 0, which is equal to 18. So, cast of 4 is 18. Cast of 4 is 18. Now, we need to consider the next one, cast of, here J6 is completed, J5 is completed and J4 is completed. We need to take J3. Next value of J is 3. Let us take J is equal to 3. What is cast of 3? Cast of 3 is equal to minimum of C of J. J is nothing but 3, comma. What is the next vertex? What is the vertex in the next stage? Let us observe. Here if I take 3, 3 is connected with only one vertex in the next stage, which is nothing but 6. So here I am taking R as 6. Here R is 6 plus cost of 6. Plus cost of 6. Here I find the cost of 6 as 2, cost of 5 as 13 and cost of 4 as 18. Okay, now here this is equal to minimum of cost of 3, 6. What is 3, 6? 2 plus cost of 6 is 2, which is nothing but 4. Now, I am going to take J is equal to 2. What is cost of 2? Cost of 2 is equal to minimum of. Let us see here 2 is connected to 2 vertices in the next stage. One vertex is 6 and other vertex is 4. So here R values becomes 4 comma 6. Now I am going to take R as 4 first. So cost of 2 comma 4 plus cost of 4. Cost of C of 2 comma 6 plus cost of 6. Out of these two values, which becomes minimum, that is to be considered. That is minimum of C of 2, 4. What is C of 2, 4? C of 2, 4 is 9 plus cost of 4. What is cost of 4? 18. Now C of 2, 6. What is C of 2, 6? 16 plus what is cost of 6? Cost of 6 is 2. Now in this case, this becomes minimum. So we consider the cost of 2 as 18. Now here we find cost of 3 as cost of 3 is 4 and cost of 2 is 18. Next I am going to find cost of 1. When j is equal to 1, cost of 1. What is cost of 1? Minimum of. Here 1 is also connected with 2 vertices in the next stage. Those 2 vertices are 4 and 5. First, that is R values becomes 4, 5. First I am going to take R value as 4. So C of 1, 4 plus cost of 4. Now C of 1, 5 plus cost of 5. Now right. That is C of 1, 4. What is C of 1, 4? 4 plus cost of 4 is 18. C of 1, 5. What is C of 1, 5? 11 plus what is cost of 5? 13. This is 11. 11 plus 13. Now here, which is the minimum value? Here, this one is the minimum value, which is nothing but 22. So that's why cost of 1. Here I calculated cost of 1 as 22. Cost of 1 as 22. Later, we need to find the cost of 0. Now here, when j is equal to 0, we need to find cost of 0. How to calculate cost of 0? Here, what becomes R? 0 is connected to 3 vertices in the next stage. Those 3 vertices are 1, 2, 3. Now that is R becomes either 1, 2 or 3. So here I will get 3 steps. One is C of 0, 1 plus cost of 1. C of 0, 2 plus cost of 2. C of 0, 3 plus cost of 3. Now here what the value is? Minimum of C of 0, 1. What is the C of 0, 1? 1 plus cost of 1. What is the cost of 1? 22. C of 0, 2. What is C 0, 2? 2 plus what is cost of 2? Cost of 2 is 18. What is C 0, 3? 5 plus what is the cost of 3? 4. So here out of these 3, 5 plus 4, 9, which is the minimum. So I found the cost of 0 as 9. Cost of 0 as 9. Let us see how to find the path. How to find the path. See the algorithm, how to find the path. Now here, let us see here, these are the values what I found. Here, I found cost of 4 as 18, cost of 3, 4, cost of 2, 18, cost of 1, 22 and cost of 0, 9. Now, how to find the values of D? Let us see the algorithm. How to find the
here how the D values can be calculated. We are given D of j is equal to R. That is for which value of R we are getting the minimum cost. That R can be selected. Now here let us see cost of 7 is 0 and we go for cost of 6. When cost of 6 is equal to when we get R value is 7. So D of 6 is equal to 7. D of 6 is equal to 7. In the same case, if you go for j is equal to 5, in that case also you will get at the 7. So D of 5 is equal to 7. In the same case 4, here also D of 4 is equal to 7. D of 4 is equal to 7. And if you go for the next one, which is nothing but 3, j is equal to 3. So for j is equal to 3, here D of 3 is equal to 6. Now coming to j is equal to 2, D of 2 is equal to, here 2 values are there. Out of these 2 values, for which R we are getting the less value. For R is equal to 6, we are getting the less value. So D of 2 is equal to 6. In the same way, cost of 1, for which value of r we are getting the less cost. So since for 4 we are getting the less value, d of 1 becomes 4. In the same way, d of 0, for which value of r we are getting the less value, when r is equal to 3 we are getting the less value. So d of 0 becomes 3. Let us observe these values, how I written these values in the table. See the table here, d of 7 is 7, d of 6 is 7, d of 5 is 7, d of 4 is 7 and d of 3 is 6, 2 is 6 and 1 is 6 and d of 0 is 3. So that's why, like next see the path, how to calculate the path. Let us see the algorithm, how to calculate the path. Now here what we given in the algorithm, initially first we need to take p of 0 is equal to 0 and p of k minus 1 is equal to n. Here what is that k? K is number of stages. Our graph contains how many stages? 4 stages are there. So 4 minus 1 means 3. P of 0 is 0 and P of 3 is 7. Let us see. Here P of 0 is 0 and P of 3 is 7. How to find these two values? Let us see how to find these two values. Now here what are those two values? How to find those two values? P of j is equal to d of P of j minus 1. P of j is equal to d of P of j minus 1. That is P of 1 is equal to d of P of 1 minus 1, which is nothing but d of P of 0. What is P of 0? P of 0 is 0. That is d of 0. What is d of 0? 3. So here we are getting P of 1 as 3. In the same way, P of 2. How we are getting P of 2? D of P of j minus 1. That is 2 minus 1, which is 1. D of P of 1. What is P of 1? P of 1 is 3. That is D of 3. D of 3 means, what is D of 3? 6. So here we are getting the D of path of 2 as P of 2 as D of 3, which is nothing but 6. Now here what is the path? 0 to 3. 3 to 6 and 6 to 7. What is the final cost of the path? 9 is the final cost of the path. Now here we find the shortest path from source vertex to sink vertex. From source vertex to, this is the source vertex and this is the sink. From source to sink, we find the shortest path 0 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 7, whose cost is 5 plus 2 plus 2, which is nothing but 9. So I hope you all understood the minimum cost spanning trees problem. Now here I'm going to summarize the concepts what we explained in this session. In this session we explained about what is a multi-stage graph, what is the problem statement, multi-stage graph problem statement, and what the dynamic programming algorithm we are following to solve that application, and also we seen the time complexity of multi-stage graph, and also we solved an example problem. To assess yourself here, I given some questions. Please answer these questions. The first question is, in multi-stage graphs, the ending vertex is called as option A, sink, option B, source, option C, vertex, option D, none. The next question is, in multi-stage graphs, the starting vertex is called as option A, sink, option B, source, option C, vertex, option D, destination. The next question is, solve the given multi-stage graph application by following dynamic programming. Here also I given 4 stages. In 4 stages we have totally 7 vertices. We need to find the path from source S to the sink T by following the algorithm. Analyze the algorithm to trace the path which is having the lowest cost. We need to find the path from source to sink, right? In preparing this presentation, I used the digital content from various public sources. It is used only for educational purpose and not for the commercial purposes. Thank you. Thank you for listening the session.